Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film a hair tutorial. If you want to see this pastel makeup look, I'm going to link it on screen for you now. I always used to scrunch my hair in my sort of like late teens. My hair used to be naturally curly and it was a bit shorter, so the hair didn't weigh down the curls, whereas now the front goes quite straight and the back's really wavy. But I used to love that kind of wet look. Even though it's not as popular nowadays, I have seen a few people doing it on Instagram. And the other day I saw fellow makeup artist Emma Willis doing this look on one of her clients. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to recreate it for you guys. So if you want to see how to get this look, keep on watching. I washed my hair yesterday and I've slept on it. This is the result. I'm going to go in with a thermal modelling spray. This is basically a setting lotion, which is ideal for those of you that want your curl to really hold in place. It's also a heat protectant and ideal if you're somebody who naturally has poker straight hair. As I said, mine is naturally wavy, but I tend to blow dry the wave out of it. To give it some additional hold and heat protectant, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Pli. You can also use Flatliner by Schwarzkopf from the OSIS range. I'll be flipping my hair over to the side when I'm finished, so it's key to curl your hair on a straight parting because this is what's going to give you volume when you flip it later. I'm starting off with two small sections at the nape of the neck. I like to place my brush under one section and then just comb it through as I spray the Pli on, and then just give it one comb and then I'm good to go. The hair is now heat protected, so you can go in with a curling tong and it'll be so much less susceptible to damage. Today I'm going to use the Babyliss Dialer Heat Tong. This is in the 24mm, and if you've watched my videos for years you'll know that I've always used the Babyliss 32mm Dialer Heat. The 24mm will give you smaller, tighter curls, which is what we want for this particular look. So starting with the right section of hair, I'm separating that into two individual sections. We want them to be relatively small. The more curls you do, the more texture you're going to get with this look, which I think is the best result. Another important factor to this look is to alternate your curls. Try as often as you can to alternate the direction. So at the very front of your face, the curls should really come away from your face, and then the one behind that should go towards the face. If they all face in the same direction, they'll probably all link together and you'll get one big curl. When they face in different directions, it means they can't clump together and become one lock. Instead, they'll stay in their own position and you'll get a lot more body and texture. You may also notice that I'm leaving out about ½ inch of hair at the end. This really is optional, but I do think it looks beautiful with that finished wavy look that we get. Rather than it being corkscrew curls, the final result is more like a relaxed curl, so a bit more like a wave but with more body. When I wrap each section around the tong, when my hand reaches the bottom half of the tong, I twist the hair and then continue to wrap, twist and wrap in the same spots, and I've always done this for many years. If you go back to my loose curls tutorial, you'll see I did it then. I've always found this technique tends to hold that curl for longer. So you should have super duper curly locks in 4 sections. So before we move on to the next element of this look, we're going to do another row. And you can see how much your hair springs up. Look how long my hair is when it's straight in comparison to when it's curled like this. When we move on to the next element of this look, it will lengthen your hair again. So repeat the first steps, section your hair off in small sections from the back to the ear. Don't forget to rotate your curls when you do them, and make sure you put your heat protectant on before you start curling. This new row of hair that we've got is going to come further forward because it is above the ear now, so you will need to section your hair into more individual sections. Last time we did it into 4, but this time we'll probably likely do it into 6 or even 8. Again, the smaller the section, the more texture and body you're going to get with this look. And if you can remember, curl the front sections away from your face. The mid-lengths and ends are going to be the area that contains the most damage and are most weak and brittle, especially if you've got bleach in your hair. So I tend to leave those out of the tong for the first couple of seconds so they don't have as much heat, because they don't need as much heat. So as you can see, this is how it should look so far. So before I continue to curl my hair, I'm going to move on and take some medium hold mousse. This one is the L'Oreal Tecni Art. This is actually one you can put in your roots. That's why I have to hold it up to get the mousse out. What I'm going to do is spread that out between the palms and fingers of my hands, and then I'm going to rake that through from the roots all the way down to the ends. I'm not going to rub it into the root, but I'm going to take it as high as that curl starts. And this is going to start breaking up the curls, and it's going to coat them, but it's not going to drench them. And as you can see, it really starts to elongate and stretch that curl, but it doesn't completely lose its shape. and it's giving it so much more texture. Next I'm taking the Redken Wax Blast 10, and what makes this great is it's like having a hairspray but without any tacky finish, because it is a lightweight wax in a spray form, so it's adding texture in a satin matte finish, but it doesn't feel waxy. It really helps to separate the hair for that kind of wet look feel that we want, but without any tacky residue. So now you know the technique, I'm going to speed up the footage, allow you to watch the process, and then I'll come back when I've got some more to tell you. Just look how beautiful our hair is looking now. We've got so much texture going on. It almost looks like a wet look vibe, and it looks as if it feels crispy, but it's so not. It's like super soft touch, but it has that wet look feel, and that's all thanks to that medium hold mousse that doesn't give you that crispy finish, but also that texturizing wax spray. Now we've curled all of the hair on the top, we're going to repeat the process with the mousse and the wax spray and allow it just to set in place for a few minutes before we kind of like zhuzh it and style it how we want it. You can totally see the difference here between the fresh curls and the curls that we've raked through with the products. Just look how beautiful this is. You can obviously totally rock the middle part in. That's completely up to you. I really do like the middle part in, but I'm definitely someone who loves volume, so I always like to flip mine over to the side. And then what you can do is just start separating some of the curls, lifting them up to create a bit more volume. And then you can go back in with your wax spray if you get any kind of frizz. I don't find I get any frizz with this look because of the mousse, and again it might look crispy but it's not, it's so soft, and this lasted me way over 4 days. It would have lasted longer, but obviously I had to wash my hair. Each day it looked a little bit softer, but it was so beautiful. Even when I wore it up in a bun and took it down, it was still curly. It was incredible. What I will say, some of you might find that you get dry ends, but again, just go in with your wax spray because it will coat it and it will make it look less dry and it will just define it. You'll get more of a wave at the back and more of a curl at the front. What do you guys think? Is it something you would try? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to list everything I've used in the tutorial down in the description bar. Please give the tutorial a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Come follow me outside of YouTube over on my social handles, and I will see you in the week. Bye!